Hi Pisces, my name is Audrey Alison. Thank you for joining me for your July 2017 forecast for the month. I am shuffling the Lost Tarot by Nostradamus the Lost Tarot of Nostradamus by John Matthews and Will Kingham. So I'm obsessed with it too. This is my newest deck to the family, and I'm getting some very prophetic interpretations, and I think this will be a steadfast deck in no time. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. So let's get to it, Pisces. On the 4th of July, we have Venus making a transit into Gemini, activating your home sector and bringing harmonious energy into the environment over that holiday. There's also a very loving connection with the relationship to mother and the feminine in the top of the month for you in the solar 4th house. Please watch your ascendant sign and your moon sign if you're lucky enough to know the time of your birth. It really matters. The ascendant actually depicts the positioning on your natal chart, so your first house would technically be where your rising sign begins. The solar first house applies here, but if you're lucky enough to know the time of your birth, check out those ascendant and moon signs as well. On the 5th of July, Mercury is following suit, making a transit, and now the sign of Leo will be activated for the entire month of July at this point. So on the 5th, the planet of information and news and communication is entering the 6th house of health and wellness. So this is beautiful for Pisces to handle details in the health sector, the planet of analysis, and all things regimented and routine. Mercury excels in the 6th house because it's the 2nd house. He naturally governs on the wheel after the 3rd house. And he can really handle tasks in the 6th house of tasks. Say that fast, it's pretty hard. But this helps you get appointments handled. I want to see Pisces handling dental work, while Mercury's direct in the 6th, chiropractic treatments, both Western and Eastern treatments, and beneficial health experiences I'm hearing. You can incorporate a new facet into your wellness, in your treatment schedule of life. Just as we age, we have routines that stick with us, and there could be something new that Pisces incorporates throughout this day between the 5th of July and the 25th of July. Now we have our new moon on the 9th, and this creates an awareness at 17 degrees of Capricorn in your social sector, your friendships. There is an illumination in your connections or your clubs or the groups and memberships that you're affiliated with. You could put an end to some friendship or a place that you owe dues and close the door on a certain social club, or you fulfilled your obligation in that arena. It could also be that Pisces is checking off a goal, because the 11th house of wishes and goals is where the full moon is shining, and that can bring an ending. It brings a culmination in this area. There's a completion for Pisces in this sector, and it can apply very differently for each of you. So feel free to book a reading with me on a personal level if you'd like more detailed information for you specifically. On the 20th, we have Mars action in the sign of Leo, and this is the 6th house again, so conjunct Mercury, and on the 22nd, the Sun enters Leo. And so the Sun, Mars, Mercury, all in the 6th house. Our new moon is there on the 23rd at 0 degrees of Leo, sorry. And this is some brand new initiating fire energy. Starting new health regimens and a new outlook on health entirely, and work. Not your career, not your high level status in the 10th house. This is the 6th house of of the hourly structure of your day. There is a new path here happening for Pisces. And it could just be also a clean bill of health is awarded to Pisces at a 0 degree mark in the 6th. That is a fresh, clean slate in this sector. And I really like that, especially if Pisces hasn't been feeling very well. This is your date to look for reprieve. I would say in between the 20th and the 25th and forward, because having these areas stimulate this sector, that energy just doesn't dissipate in a matter of hours. It's the cosmos, baby. It lingers. It's the cosmos. So it takes a minute, and I think that you're getting a move on. And if Leo, or I don't know why I'm sorry, I know I'm talking to Pisces, but the Leo energy is activated. If Pisces has been stagnant and not physically active and perhaps gaining weight, you could have all of the inspiration, Mars inspiration, that you need conjunct the sun between the 20th and the 23rd is extremely powerful energy. These fiery planets are wanting you to get busy in incorporating what your health needs are and taking care of that self. On the 25th, Mercury then enters Virgo. So your relationship sector, your marriage, your soulmate sector, for those married, oops, sorry, I dropped a card. Do you want me to show you what it is? I know that people like that. Oh, the 3 of Moons, 3 of Cups, celebration, happiness, friendship, support. But I'm not going to use that in the reading. I was just shuffling frantically and it fell. Okay, so relationship. For those married Pisces, you're communicating with the spouse better. If some Spices, hey Spices, oh my gosh, I'm going to totally use that as your nickname because that's amazing. Some Spices are having the need to communicate about something in the 7th house is what I wanted to say. Maybe you need to get everything out so you can start fresh. Mercury wants you analyzing also your relationship. So if those of you are in marriages or committed relationships in the 7th house, Mercury will see you analyzing this, going over a lot of the information within the relationship and communicating to the spouse. For those of you single Pisces, you Spices need to get out because Mercury could see maybe some online energy, dating or connecting to soulmate, receiving message from soulmate, Mercury in the 7th. On the 31st, Venus, the planet of love, enters Cancer, and the 5th house of babies, of creativity, of entrepreneurial energy is activated. For those Pisces who are able to get pregnant and who are trying, Venus in the 5th around the 31st could mean that there's a baby girl in the mix, that you are either conceiving or you're finding a loving connection to the children that you already have. It could also be that you are having the resources financially, because Venus can also be that security planet where she gets the Taurian energy. You could have the financial reserves that you need to provide for the 5th house, to do something creative and fun that you were always passionate about in the 5th. It could apply very differently for each Pisces. But let's get to the cards. They're thoroughly shuffled. And if you'd like to book a reading with me, I read all through the week. You can find me at audreyalison.com. And also if you're interested in learning about the tarot, and if you're curious about how it is I read and where I got this and what my practices are, for clearing my energy, for clearing the tarot cards, I wrote a course and it's published and it's a tarot e-course. And the links are below in the Show More section. And check that out. It's called The Magic of Tarot. And I'd love to see you in the class. So thank you for letting me speak about that for a few. Here's your first card. Ooh, the Master. This is the King of Moons, King of Cups. And this Nostradamus had a very particular way of communicating. He didn't use a lot of pronouns or articles in his verbiage and in the quatrains. So they're using a lot of his speech in the creation of this deck, which I love and I'm obsessed with. But the King of Cups is a water sign male, and the moons in this tarot are the cup cards, the emotions. And this could be a Scorpio. Oh, this is Pisces. What is up? Ooh, I love this because in my Aries video, the Emperor came up first and it identified Aries. So now it's saying hi to Pisces. This is, you know, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, and it's your emotional and intuitive highest realm. The King is the highest court card. Ooh, the Hermit. This is the card of Virgo in the tarot. It's also the card of retreat and spiritual download, taking a minute. Now, the fourth house of home could be where you find yourself resting somewhat on the 4th of July, Venus in the 4th house. The Hermit, though, has a lot to do with this 6th house to me, because it's the Virgoan energy on the solar wheel, and Mercury entering your entering Virgo in the 7th house could have something to do with you intuitively assessing your relationship in that soulmate sector. Let's see what else is here. The 4 of globes or coins, 4 of earth, and that is about savings and security and putting money aside for a rainy day and protection. I want to pull the last 2 cards that came here before I continue. The Ace of Stars, Ace of Swords. This is the Air. This is a yes card. It's a card of victory, and it's a card of clear thinking and wisdom and clear counsel and direction and making a decision. You have a final card, the 7 of Swords, or the 7 of Stars. These are beautiful. They're different. They're not the normal depiction, so I really have to think about what these cards mean. Usually when you get used to seeing pictures, it's so easy to say, oh, what this card represents, but when you have new decks and you're forced to be a reader, you know, I'm getting new intuitive messages with these new images, and in this one in particular, I know the 7 of Swords is an aggressive card, and it does suggest someone taking something from you, or maybe taking credit where credit isn't due, staking claim on something, or coveting something for their own is what I'm getting. But this has a sweet tune to it. And you see how that rose or flower is being extended? I actually think that for Pisces, someone that did take something from you already, or maybe it resonated with you that someone took something from you, they're going to give it back. They're going to hand this back to you and be like, oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't even thinking. What I'm getting is that maybe it was unconscious, what you had interpreted as they knew what they were doing, or calculated energy. Maybe there was a snafu. That's not my word, but I'm hearing that. And I'm seeing S-A-N-A-F-U, snafu. It's like it scrolls right across my forehead. Oh, scrolls. See that little scroll around there? Oh, now I'm getting a bunch of images. Okay, so Pisces, some of you that work in finance, in Wall Street, ticker scrolls. I'm getting like financial numbers and accounting and, you know, broker type stuff. They're saying be clear and direct, make your decision. Some of you are just kind of weighing things out, but you've got this resources card and saving money. You could make a good decision for those accountants, brokers, people on Wall Street, all of that. There's something coming in here, and no one's really trying to steal as much from you. You're going to get it back. So if you lost, if you lost out or you maybe didn't have a successful turn, this comes back to you. If you make a smart decision or even a quick decision, I want to say, with the Ace of Swords, use your intuition, because the King of Cups is present first and foremost, representing you at your highest self. And the Hermit suggests don't tell anyone what you're doing. Keep this to yourself. Keep your big moves to yourself. That's an important message just in general in life. You don't want anyone drawing energy off of what you're trying to manifest. And the less people that know about it prior to the manifestation, the better. And that's why, you know, ninjas creep at night. You got to keep people on their toes. You don't want to give them the whole show right out the gate, because then, you know, who cares? You've seen it all. There's nothing to wonder about anymore. You're giving all of it away. This is the kind of vibe where it's like, look, mystery rules. And everyone is intrigued by what Pisces might have going on if you are calculated and clear with your decisions. And I like that for Pisces, because Neptune, as your ruling planet and stationed in your sign, has had you a little bit delusional, rose-colored glasses vibe. You think things are better than they are, which, hey, you know, ignorance can be bliss. But then when Neptune shifts out of there, Pisces could be left a little, you know, like, what was I thinking kind of vibe. So be as clear as you can now. And I think this is going to work out for you. I'm feeling something positive, definitely for your health in the 6th house, but also the security, whether that's health or financial. Thanks so much, Pisces. I appreciate you. Don't forget to check out your forecast on Vimeo, where they are very detailed psychic tarot readings and medium messages. So again, I'm wishing you a sweet July. Remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.